In the event that you do not like this, the answer is rather easy. This is different. Some of you will not and cannot accept change. This is a tech production.
I've known you for so long, baby. And it's been about, what, 4, 5 months? And about 1 month since we've been official. I just had to make one about us. I love you, baby. If you don't. You see this distance, it's just tearing us apart. But I'm willing to work this out, cause I love you with all my heart. You see that I'm doing whatever it takes just to keep you here. But sometimes shit gets hella ugly and I can keep my mind clear. And baby, sometimes I know we start to yell and raise both of our voices. Then we start to bitch at each other, making these beeped out noises. Sometimes you accuse me of doing something in which would hurt you, but I just wish you would just see everything through my point of view. Cause I love you, and I promise that I won't ever do you wrong. I promise that I'll make this relationship work and last long. And don't you ever think that I won't ever gon' replace you, cause ain't nothing in this world can erase the things we've been through. I love you.
Sometimes I know we start to argue. Sometimes I know that it gets hard to disagree about some things and then we fight us. But every time you leave I end up missing you so much. Sometimes I know we start to argue. Sometimes I know that it gets hard to disagree about some things and then we fight us. But every time you leave I end up missing you so much.
I'm sorry for acting up and being strange. It's just the effect you give me, cause your love is out of range. And it hurts just to go through a whole weekend alone without you. Without you I can't smile, cause baby I don't know how to. But I thank you for all the things that you have done for me. From being the best girlfriend to catering, I love your love to me. I must be the luckiest kid alive to have somebody like you. But I just hate the fact that sometimes we start to argue. And yes, things could be better, but I'm glad it isn't worse. Being in search of love and finding our trust is thirst. But the fact that we don't see any trust in each other hurts. That's why I get insecure sometimes, because I'm still in search. So don't think I don't love you whenever I get mad. I know you start to cry and I know that you get sad. It's just sometimes we don't realize the things we do, cause half the time we just don't see that we're just being true. And I love you.
Sometimes I know we start to argue. Sometimes I know that it gets hard to disagree about some things and then we fight us. But every time you leave I end up missing you so much. Sometimes I know we start to argue. Sometimes I know that it gets hard to disagree about some things and then we fight us. But every time you leave I end up missing you so much.
I know sometimes we argue with shit, but you know that I really do appreciate and see you. And I know sometimes we don't share, but I really do care for you a lot. And yeah, I'm always gonna be here for you. Yeah, I miss you. Bye.
Sometimes I know we start to argue.
Sometimes I know we start to argue.
Sometimes I know that it gets hard.
Sometimes I know it gets hard to
agree about some things and then we fight us. But every time you leave I end up missing you so much. Sometimes I know we start to argue.
Sometimes I know we start to argue.
Sometimes I know that it gets hard.
And sometimes I know it gets hard to
agree about some things and then we fight us. But every time you leave I end up missing you so much.
0719 no way on mine, baby. Always in my heart.